Hello and welcome back to another exciting session. I'm your host Mahesh Karia. You're watching me on YouTube now, and today I'm gonna take you through the full stack application with the fast API and React as a front end and MySQL as a backend database. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. So you have to have few things available before proceeding, like Node.js that you have to install. And if you already have it, then it's completely fine. Then we need a Python as you can grab your package from here. I'm using 3.9 point something, yeah, this one. So I already have it. After that you need an editor, so I have VS Code. You can use it, or you can use any other editor as well. This is completely fine. I think there is something is running inside this window, I guess. Anyways, so after that you just need to create new folder on your desktop and name it whatever it may be, like uh, React or fast React will be better, I guess. Fast React will be better, and simply drag your folder on the top of your VS Code. And after that you have to have, if you have Docker available, then it's completely fine, and you can use XAMPP or WAMP or whatever it may be for MySQL. So you can install MySQL according to your choice, but I'll be using Docker. So we'll set up MySQL first, so it will be easy to get started with the rest of the things. And okay, I'm using git bash, so you can use git bash or anything else. It's also your choice. So I'll use the split terminal from here, git bash again. Okay, and once you have node available, you just simply need to check whether this is available or not by node -v, small v. And for Python I'll be using Python capital V, I guess. Yeah. So after that I have virtual env already available inside my system. If you don't have it, you just need to install pip install or pip3 install uh, virtual env, enter. I already have it, so I'll create virtual environment inside a folder. So I'll be creating mkdir frontend, okay, and cd into frontend, and inside here I'll be using mkdir backend, okay, and cd into backend, okay. And here I'll be using yarn. If you have it, then it's fine. You can use npm as well or yarn as well. Yarn is built by Facebook, which is faster than npm, so I'll be using yarn. So for installation of yarn, you can use -g yarn, enter. I already have it, so I'll be using yarn init, same like npm init -y. That's it. It will generate the package.json as usual. You can see inside here, inside backend, you will get this package.json. So after that we can uh, proceed. Actually, we don't need to do this in backend. We are creating the Python stuff, so this is, I have messed up the things, but I can delete this thing. So I'll delete this thing once again, and we can start now. So yeah, here I need to use virtual env. Okay, for close this thing, I'll be using control B, virtual env space vnv, hit enter. After that and here I'll be creating npx create react app space dot, I guess. So it will generate the boilerplate for your React front-end project, and it will create the backend virtual environment in Python. So now it's just created. You can see inside here VNV folder is just created. So after that I just need to activate the virtual environment. So I'll be using source inside VNV slash scripts slash, I'll be using activate. That's it. So you can see this little symbol over here. It means we are under virtual environment. Now we can proceed with the few packages like pip install fast API, of course, and after that I'll need MySQL, no, equalize, then py MySQL, and the last one is UVCon, and that's it, I guess. So these four packages I'll be using. Okay, and till then, okay, we are going to set up MySQL first. So you can use XAMPP. Okay, so simply search for XAMPP, or if you are on Mac, then you can search for MAMP. Okay, so this is for beginners. I always prefer to choose XAMPP, but if we have Docker available, so I'll open my terminal from here, the external terminal. Okay, here we just simply search for docker hyphen version. You will get your current Docker version over here. If you don't have it, then you have to set up WSL2 and stuff. If you are on Windows, especially if you have Mac or Linux, then it's completely fine, no worries. Okay, then docker hyphen run. Okay, and name of your container like MySQL DB. I'll create this container. I need to define environment variable like MySQL database name will be the test for now. Okay, and another environment variable MySQL root password. Okay, root password will be having a password, so any password you will prefer. Then in detach mode, I'll publish this container in 3306 port for my PC. This port is for my PC, and 3306 this is internal container port. Okay, so after that we need to define MySQL colon latest. This is name of image that we'll pull from the Docker Hub. So yeah, this is it, I guess. Now we can proceed. Just simply hit enter. It will create the container and it will automatically start the container, I guess. So let's see. We get container. Till then you can also use, okay, fast API, catch fast API. Something is not working over here. Let's try this again with pip install fast API. Yes, let's try again. It will work. Okay, so couldn't find the version that satisfies the requirement of SQLize. Okay, it's not SQLize, it's a SQL Alchemy. SQL Alchemy. Okay, SQLize is a node ORM, so I got confused. Okay, so in here you will get this. I already have connection with my previous container. Okay, so first we'll go to the Docker. If you can download all these packages from your marketplace. Okay, so no need to worry about this thing. Just on one click you can download this from here, from marketplace. Just search for Docker and you will get this thing. So inside container you can see I don't have any container because in here I have made something mistake, I guess. This is the name. Okay, this is environment variable. In detached mode we have published this thing. Okay, this is wrong. It should be like this. Okay, so hyphen name. Now it will create the container. It will take some time for the first time if you don't have the MySQL image. Okay, now we can see here it will okay, it's up and running 7 seconds before, so it's already running inside my system. If I go to here, this is my MySQL. Search for MySQL inside your extension, you will get this package. Okay, so if I refresh this thing, okay, it's not getting connected. Let's try this again. Okay, let's look into Docker container ls. So it's running. Okay, so it means okay, it's connected. So you need to create connection to any MySQL client, no worries. And this is my table. I don't have any table for now, so now we can proceed with the coding part finally. Here you can use yarn start. Okay, it will start the React thing. Till then, in here we'll start coding in backend. So I'll first create the index.py. Will be having from fast API import fast API. App will be fast API. So this is it, I guess. These two things are required here. After that, few folder structure, models, routes, then controllers, I guess, or schemas for Pydantic. Okay, to tell Swagger what you want to get. Okay, and that's it, I guess. And DB, of course, config. So inside config we'll create another file, will be contain the db.py. okay, will contain the connection. Especially inside models I'll be creating user.py. okay, and I'll copy this thing to routes and schemas as well. And whatever, I'll first will go with the connection thing. So from SQL Alchemy, import create engine. Okay, then let's see, on our create engine. So here let's create a connection in create engine. I'll write the paths, which will be MySQL plus MySQL slash localhost colon 3306, which is my port, and name of my DB with username and password as well. So username is root, default username of MySQL is root, and colon password is password that we have just created. In add with the add symbol, we can separate these two things. So now I need to import metadata. Here I'll create a meta equal to metadata. Okay, and yes, here we go. Okay, I missed this thing. It should be meta, but this is my engine. Okay, and in here connection will equal to engine dot connect, I guess. Connect, yeah, this is it. For connection we need this 4 lines of code. And once we done with this thing, we can go to the user py inside models, and we'll simply import from SQL Alchemy, import table. We are going to create table, then column, we need columns, and after that from config dot db, from that shall import meta, I guess. Okay, and users will be on my table. Okay, table name is user, meta, comma, and all the things like column name will be id, will be type of integer. Okay, integer, and primary key will equal to true. So I just need to grab this thing from SQL types. Okay, and simply you can use control plus backtick to close this thing and grab this thing for the 3 more time, 1, 2, and 3 for other things like name, email, and password. So string 255, I'll use the 255 which is common, and also you need to import string from SQL types. So this is it, I guess. Okay, and once I get this, okay, you can use this yellow bulb, this tool, I guess, and in here you just need to use meta dot, I don't know what should I use. Let's see. Okay, meta dot create all and engine. So we'll import this engine from here. Okay, here we go. So this is it, I guess. So now we can move to the schemas, and in schemas from pydantic import base model. Okay, so we'll create a class user, and which will be inherited from base model containing the name, email, and password. Name will be type of string, and name, email, and password. Email and password. This is it, I guess. Now we can switch to the route part. So in here from fast API import API router, I guess. Okay, so user will be my API router. Okay, so I'll create user.get, okay, which will be a normal get method, and in here we can define async methods to use await inside in it, or you can, it's all up to you how you use it, but I guess this is perfect to use async. And find all. Page users will be better. You can choose any names. Page users, okay, will return the connection dot execute connection.execute, I guess, and will from users will select all. Okay, and I'll be using fetch all function to return all the users. So first I need to import user from model dot users, import users. This is not users, this is user, the file name inside models. Okay, so import users, and from config.db import connection, so we can execute this thing. So I just need to get this thing inside index.py so I can use this thing. So you can use control P as well to search for index.py. So here app dot include router, I'm not sure about user, and in here from routes dot user import user. This is it. I'm not sure about this thing. We should get suggestion. Anyways, user for now. So now we can start our server with the uvicon index colon app hyphen reload, so we don't need to restart server each time. So yeah, it's running inside localhost colon 8000. So localhost colon 8000, and we got nothing or something. Okay, nothing. It means we have made some mistakes. So what was that? Primary key column ID as okay. Column table users not exist, I guess. Okay, this is, let's go to the config first. Okay, so if I go to the DB, then inside models we are getting error. So this three things: name, email, and password. This is it, I guess. Let's try this again. Okay, let's check this out. So yeah, we got the empty array. It means it's working, the select method is working, and if I go to slash docs, I'll get the beautiful swagger page, which is find all. Okay, so we can proceed to the further things. Control KW to close all the tabs, and Control P to search for the route page, route slash user, this thing. Control plus backtick to close this thing, and simply copy this thing for 4 times, I guess, 4 times for find one, for post, for put, and for delete. So this one is get by ID, so you need to provide ID over here and ID over here with the type of int. Okay, and in here I'll use select dot where condition, where users dot column dot ID will equal to the ID that we have just passed, and we'll get the first object here from the array that we'll get in here, and this will be my post method. Okay, because we are creating the CRUD operation, we need to pass user here, which will be type of user that we have defined inside identity. So this is not able to understand the user type, so I'll grab this user from schemas absolutely, and once I get this thing, then inside here I'll try to insert this thing with values in it, and we'll define the value like name will be equal to user.name, then email, I guess email will equal to user.email. Then now I'm getting suggestions. Wow. Password will equal to email.password. Now once this is done, then you don't need to do this. We just need to define to return this thing. Page users, we can directly define it, but it's fine. It's all your choice. So we'll return the list of users after that once we get this inserted. Okay, once I get this, I should use await here, I guess. I'm not sure. Okay, await. So yeah, I'll try to use await like JavaScript, but not sure. So inside put, I'll need the ID and user as well. So if I have ID and user will be type of user with ID. ID will be type of int, and if I get this thing, then inside here instead of select I'll use update, I guess. Okay, with where condition. So if I get this thing from here, same like update with values, I guess. I'm not sure. With values, update values, and values will be equal to this. Okay, values will equal to this. So it should work now. And if I go here to use await once again, and if I use this fetch all method once again, and the last thing is remaining is to rename all the methods. This is fetch user, this will be a fetch single user, this will be a create user. Okay, this will be a what, put user, so we'll use update user, single user. After that we'll be using delete method over here with respect to id init, and id will be type of int. Like we'll use the same pattern of where here as well to delete the specific object. Okay, and no need to define fetch all, simply wait for the operation and return the list of rest of objects. And once I rename it, we are ready with the CRUD operation in the backend. Okay, let's try this out once again. If I refresh the page, I'll get the errors. Yeah, we are getting errors, I guess. Let's check this out inside here. Okay, name backend. So in here we don't need to define this backend thing. Okay, and if I go here, reloading. Why this is taking time? Okay, it's running. Okay, so this is all the things are here. Try it out, execute, you'll get the empty array, working fine. Post, I'll try it out with the name of Mahesh, with Mahesh at gmail.com. This is not my official email ID. Official is it's maheshkarya@gmail.com. Mahesh at 123, which is also not my password. Okay, If I execute this thing, I'll get the internal server error. Wow. So insert is not working. Okay. With values. Await. I told you. I'm not sure about await. So yeah. So I'll change all occurrences. I don't need this await. Let's try this out. Okay. Execute. Okay. Working. Fine. So somehow I have inserted this 2 times. So anyways, it's fine. So if I go to the my database and if I refresh this thing and if I see inside users, you will get this 2 users over here, Mahesh and Mahesh. You can delete this thing from here as well. Let's which one I have deleted. ID1 is there, so for now I'll search with the specific ID. Try it out. ID1, search it. Yeah, it's working. If I go to the put method, write out one with the same post method, but we'll insert something. We'll add added symbol so before each, so we can identify all the things are working. Yeah, this is working completely fine. So now the last test case is remaining to write out with ID1, so it should provide the empty response. Yeah, so this is working. All the CRUD operation is working completely fine, and now we can proceed with the React stuff. Okay, so let's get started with the front end. Now in here front end, I'll go to the src folder. I'll delete all the css and unwanted things, setup. I don't need this thing, simply remove it. I just need 2 things, app.js, index.js. That's it. In index.js, lots of unwanted things which I'll try to remove. Okay, control shift K, I guess, to remove the line. Control shift K, control S. Okay, in app.js as well. We'll try to control plus backtick, control plus P, headers, remove class name. I want this thing as well. Control shift K, control shift K once again, backtick, control S, and simply hello. Control S, control plus backtick. Okay, now just simply stop this server for now, and this one as well. Let's start this thing later. Okay, so now we can install few things like yarn, add, axios. Okay, you can use fetch as well, but for saving my little time, I'll use material react. Okay, you can use materialize or it may be your react stack, or this is all your choice what you use. Okay, and simply it's installing. Okay, so in here this is material UI that you can use. You will get the lots of cool stuff over here. So the documentation is also cool, so you can use this components for your future projects. I like this a lot. Okay, so let's get started. Just simply click on get started. You'll get this thing like you have to install this core packages, and after that this icons. So these 2 things I have to install once I get this axios. Okay, so grab this thing, paste it over here. Okay, this is done. After that, grab this thing, paste this thing. Okay, this is also done, I guess. Yeah, this is done. So we have all the packages. Now we can proceed. So once again, yarn start, hit enter, control plus backtick, close this thing, go to the docs, go to the components. Inside components, we'll search for the app bar first, and inside the app bar, where is the app bar? If you see, let me know. Huh, app bar, this one is app bar. So app bar is this, like this blue thing. I need to grab this thing. I don't need that much of things. I'll remove it. Lots of unwanted things are there, like this. I don't need this thing. Users, you can use the router as well. It's all up to you. So I'm going to import this thing. Import, we'll grab this thing from here as well. So if you click on this thing, so you just need to import this thing. Okay, and these all are from core library, so you can use it like this, comma, toolbar. Why we're getting this thing? Icon button is also not needed. Okay, and toolbar will get from here, button will get from here. Okay, and if I save it, now I need a box. So inside here I'll use a box with the margin of 10, I guess will be better. Okay, box will get box from here. The last thing is table. We need table. So excuse me, table, I'm not able to find the table here, but it should be here. It's this one. So we need to grab table. First I thought to get grid like structure, but it's very old fashioned. So I have, this time I'm trying something new. So I'll make a table, and in the first row I'll use the input fields. So that's the idea. And if I grab the table from here, I need this table container. So we'll use the table container over here. I don't need this head part, so we'll remove this head part from here. Inside this thing, I'll grab this thing one more time. Okay, so we don't need this key. Okay, we also don't need this thing, this one as well. First we'll grab this thing, so we'll import this thing. I have to make sure it will look good. Table, then I'll need a table row, table cell, table body, table cell. There might be a packages to auto import this, but I don't know. If you know, let me know inside comment section. Okay, and control V. So yeah, this is it. The paper pad, this thing I'm not sure about. I don't need this thing. Okay, in here as well I'm not going to use the classes, because we'll use the default look. And in here I don't need to define this align right, so we'll use change all occurrences. We'll remove this thing. Okay, and in here we'll use name. Here we'll use email. The next thing is password, and the next thing is the button, I guess. I'm not sure about. Let's go with edit and delete first. And if I go here, delete. Okay, this will be a users. Okay, and this will be a row as it is, and here I'll be using ID that will import from Axios, and which will be having name as well, name, email, and passwords. You can use components, or you can organize the code as well, but this is very beginner friendly video, so we'll make it as simplest as possible. So in another tutorial we might be using Redux or Sagas kind of things, but for this tutorial I'll stick to the basic one page application. Okay, so in after that I'll be using a button. Oh, where is button? I'm not sure about button field. It's okay, this one. Let's use the big button if possible. Button group, primary button. Okay, I'm getting this primary button for edit, delete, for everything. In delete we'll use this another button, the red button, which is type of variant of control B, control V. Okay, and this is secondary. Let's use secondary to delete. I'm using, okay, this is delete, this is edit. Looks good to me, I guess. Now I need to import hooks. Import use state. What happened? From React, and if I go here, okay, const user and set users. First we'll grab users. Okay, use state will be having empty array, then const user and set user use state. This will be object of user. Okay, so this is it, I guess. Now we can grab the other stuff, like I'll need this row once again. Okay, in here most likely we can import the input fields for name or email, password, and submit button. For submit button I'll use the same like this primary button. Okay, in here I'll be using submit button, and in here I'll be using nothing. In here I'll be using a submit button. Okay, hit Shift F to format the page if you have a beautifier or whatever it may be. Now we need to grab the text field from here. Okay, once we get the text field, there are types of text field that you can prefer to use, but we'll go with this standard text field. So I'll grab this thing from here. I'll put this thing over here with the name of name, and I need to import this text field from here. Once you get this thing, you can put this thing for email and password as well. email, and for password. Control S, search shift F once again, Control S, and I hope it should not be visible for sure, but little bit I guess. Okay, so app.js React. Okay, from React. Okay, okay, this is the load size load or something, the package name is that I have installed, that's why you can see this thing. Okay, I'll add inside description if possible, if I remember by the end of this video. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is working. So I'm not able to see anything over here because I need to create a few things over here, like fetch user const fetch users will equal to async. Okay, async will be using async what, wait, axios.get. I'll use the hard-coded link for now. http://localhost:8000/users. No, this is it, I guess. This is it. Once I get this thing inside response, then I'll simply return this thing to response dot data, I guess. So before that we need to use set users. Okay, inside that I'll be using this thing. So I need to call this thing at least for one time. Okay, you can use the use effect as well, and this is all your choice how you can use it. By the way, this is it, I guess. Oh, now we can add the other things. Let's import the Axios first before proceeding. Import Axios from Axios. Okay, so now it will work, I guess. Now fetch a single user. If you want to fetch a single user, you need to specify the ID over here. Same goes here. You put this thing inside single variable as well. This common URL, okay, your base URL, it's all your choice. Okay, here we go, dollar symbol, and response.data, it will return the single user, of course. After that, this is for single user. Now I need to post user, so we'll use a create user. Inside that I'll be using a post method. Okay, create or edit user will be better, I guess, or edit user will be better. So inside that we'll be using if statement. Okay, if I get a user.id, it means it's going to update. Okay, else it's not going to update, it will be a post method, just like that. So like that I'll be using this thing over here. I just don't need to define this thing, and in here no need to define id because this is post method. Just simply need to define user, I guess, or body, sure about for now. And if I have id, then I'll define id over here. Okay, and this will be my put method. So I guess it should work. Okay, and before here I'll just need to set users. I don't need to set users. Yeah, I need to set users, and to I'll call the fetch user here. Okay, with await. Okay, and the last thing, if you are inserting the data, it means it should um, get empty each time after you post the data. So await set user, okay, will be having id will be 0, okay, name will be empty automatically, email will be empty, password will be empty once to enter something. Okay, and instead of what is this, no need to return anything here. So this is my create or edit user method, and the last one is delete user. So delete will be simplest, I guess. Just need to use delete over here, and inside here I'll pass the id directly. No need to do anything else. Yeah, one thing, await each users, okay, and no need to perform any other thing, I guess. This is it. Now the main thing is remaining inside text field on change method. On change, I'll need to update the object. On change, I need to update the event on the basis of event. I'll use the set user method, will contain the dot user, okay, and comma, the name will be equal to event dot target dot value. So this will be equal for rest of them as well. Okay, this is for email and this is for password. Okay, so this is it, I guess, and on the basis of submit, I just need to use on click method. Okay, in here we'll call the function will be create or edit user, I guess. Okay, no need to pass anything for now, it will automatically understand with the current id and the data, I guess. And if I go to here and if I go to the inspect inside network tab, I guess, okay, we can see that many of things. Okay, let's try this out. Why I'm not getting anything here? It should return something. Use control plus backtick. So okay, fetch user is assigned but values never used. Okay, because when I click on something like edit, okay, if I click on edit button, it should fetch a single user. Okay, and now let's make this thing. So this will be my id, okay, and for delete as well, the request will be delete user instead of fetch delete user. Let's try this out once again. I'm worried about one thing, why the okay, it's working actually. Fetch user is working, but there is no data, that's why we are seeing the empty data. I insert something here, Mahesh at gmail.com and Mahesh at 123. If I submit the data, I'll get the, I'm not sure, we just did nothing is wrong. let's clear this thing first. Let's why this is okay. Something went wrong because the server is not started. So uvcon index.app, okay, and in here I'll refresh the page. Okay, the course error. Okay, we can do one thing inside our index.py inside backend. I'll simply use this thing, okay, to allow the cross-platform origins. So this thing, so it will allow the origins that you can specify over here. So let's try this again. Okay, server is already running. Let's see what we can get. So in here once again I'll try to define Mahesh at gmail.com and at 123. You can hide the password as well, so your choice. So if I submit, why we are getting this infinity thing that I'm not sure about. The one mistake I'm making, I guess, about this page user. Okay, so this thing was my mistake. Okay, let's try again. Let's clean this thing. Actually, I'm missing something on here. The value, I guess, value will equal to the user dot name, and we'll grab this thing for same email and password as well. Try this out. Let's try this again. It's taking time. And if I submit this thing, okay, let's try again. Okay, so in here I'm missing this is name, email, password, and this is value. So this is last thing, this is password. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Close this thing. Taking time, it's fine. Wait for this thing and submit the button. Let's see if we get something. Still we are getting email only. Okay, let's try this once again. I'll refresh this page, and after that this is working. Okay, let's edit this thing. Okay, in edit I'm getting error. It's fine, it's fine. Let's see why in edit we are getting error. If I click on edit, it should provide the ID or role ID. Okay, and if I go to the fetch user, I have clicked on it already. Fetch user. Okay, so this is the user, single user. That's why we are getting error. Okay, now we'll try this once again. Match. deepak@gmail.com, deepak@123, and here Deepak. So yeah, you can see this thing because I haven't used fetch for the first time, so it will work. So if I edit this thing to use added symbol in front of both, now it should edit something, but I missed one thing. I need to import this thing inside here as well for the ID. Okay, this would be a type of user most likely. ID, no need to define anything else. I leave this thing, just type will be hidden. Let's try this fetch user if possible. Okay, we'll wait for the fetch user for the first time. Let's uncomment this section, or this over here. Try this out. No need to define. Oh wait. Okay, so it should work. Not sure, but so what it will do, it will get the ID. If ID is 0, it will be post. If ID is something else, it will automatically understand, which will be hidden, by the way. And so this page thing is somehow not working. There might be something is not working, by the way. So we'll go with the okay. So I'm going to delete something. Let's refresh the page once again. Get nothing for the first time. So it's again it went into infinity. Okay, so let's try this thing once again. Okay, so again, if I edit this thing, so it should get updated. So undefined. Okay, so the ID we have sent was not right. Okay, so in create or edit user, we don't need to pass ID over here. We just need to pass user.id over here. That's it. That's the mistake that we have made. This time edit will work definitely. And let's see if I submit this thing. So yeah, this is updated. Try to delete this thing as well. So yeah, this is it, I guess. So thank you very much all of you guys for being with me, supporting me all the time. It's been a pleasure to be here, and please make sure to subscribe my channel if you haven't already, and please let me know what you want from my side. I'll be more happy to create this kind of videos, full stack kind of videos. I'll make the future videos based on fast API with Flutter and Vue with Angular as well. So thank you very much. Have a good day.